Okay, new stream is up. Oh my goodness. It's been so long since I've actually just drawn fan art. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Where is this video? There we go. Alright, let's see if anyone gets on. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, we're so close to 200 subs. Okay, why is that so quiet? Alright, here we go. Is this a bit better? Is my audio too slow? Yeah, my audio is too slow. Okay. 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 Hey! Hi, Max. Maybe a bit quiet. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I think it's my mic. So I've noticed my mic can be a little quiet. Okay, OBS is fine. That's fine. Alright, we're good. Okie dokie. Oh my god, they changed the... Sorry, oh my goodness. Have you noticed that they changed the UI layout for YouTube? It's very strange now. I guess it's not too different. It's just a bit jarring. Okay. So Sybil won out. Yeah, the poll came through and Sybil won. Let me see. Had it for a while before the official rollover. Oh, I see. God. Okay, this is gonna be fun. I haven't drawn fan art in like actual eons. I think the last one I did was almost like a year ago. More people are getting inspired by me. Hey, glad to hear it, Salty Pretzels. Hey, Mark. Welcome to the stream, Mark. Goated. Yeah, goated indeed. Okay, so, alright. We're gonna be doing Sybil today because she won out in the vote. And yeah, so I don't know if there's gonna be like a full body for this one. I kind of just want to do like, because like last time I did something like this and it was a really perspective heavy one, but I kind of want to, I do kind of want to do something that's dynamic again, like this maybe. Where she's like grabbing it from here and it's like coming up really fast, kind of. Hang on. It's like something like this, like she's soaring almost. Uh, Here we go. I was thinking of doing something like this for Sybil. Maybe exaggerating the shape a little bit more. So this was like the first idea I had, and I'm not too sure if this is what we're gonna go with because I kind of want to do something a little more relaxed. Because last one I did was like really ultra dynamic and like really. Truthfully, I've not played Pseudo Regalia yet, but I've heard lots of good about it. It's really good. I played it when I was in a pretty bad spot in my life, and it was a great game. It's amazing. I have a lot of love for this game. Fan art of me. For this stream, Salty Pretzels are going to be doing Sybil from Pseudo Regalia. Let me see. Yes, game means a lot to me. It's a very nice game. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do this. I kind of just want to do like a... Hang on, let me think. What would be funny? What would be cute? Glad to have finally caught one of these lives, Amber. Hey, Jeeps. And yeah, it's Sybil today. Oh, I have an idea. I know what to do. I'm gonna do like the stupid like kiss the cook apron thing because I think it'd be funny. But it's like a really dramatic pose. Yeah, there we go. Oh my goodness, 7 people straight off the bat. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so I still gotta figure out some background music. If anybody here has done streams on YouTube and knows where to get like good background music that the stupid algorithm won't like obliterate me for, by all means, please let me know. Uh, yeah, okay, I think I like this. It's like super dramatic and the lighting is like ridiculous, but it's like the most like asinine thing ever, and she's like very proud. Okay, I have an idea. I know what we're gonna be doing for this. All right, let's do it. Break out the classic Kevin MacLeod, or isn't it MacLeod? Is it MacLeod or is it MacLeod? I don't remember. Uh, yeah, I could just do that honestly. Let me try it. What if I just search up music that won't get copyrighted on YouTube? Okay, this is not helpful. Can I just get like a playlist of this stuff? Kevin MacLeod. Let me see. Honestly, I don't remember either. But yeah, sure, there's plenty of royalty-free stuff. Haunted car movie with cars haunted by a main character. Curious. But sure, there's plenty of royalty-free stuff. Let me try some of the. Let me see. I'm actually going through the Kevin MacLeod like playlists. Ooh, that's an old song. Oh my goodness. That takes me back to like YouTube. It's the one that's like the one that was in like literally every like Minecraft like trolling video ever. Ooh, that takes me back. I'm looking through. Okay. All right, you know what? Who cares? We're just gonna get right into it. All right. First thing. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So I really gotta get like a pop filter. Jesus. Okay. So first things off the. Sorry. First thing. First thing straight. What am I gonna do? Okay. Let's get her shape down. So I think I'm gonna go with. Actually, I should probably use a slightly smaller brush for this one. I wonder if the Borderlands 3 menu theme won't get you schwacked. I get the feeling like it would. Uh, or like it might. Sybil, yeah, welcome to the stream. Yes, today we're drawing Sybil. As for how exactly that's going to look, it's a good question. So I'm thinking of using actually a smaller brush for this one, because I'm probably going to go with some lighting. So let me see. I think I'll get her like lapels in here real quick. Here we go. Trying to find a more efficient way to give line weight. Just mess around with the sensitivity settings on it. Whatever feels most comfortable to your hand is usually the best. That's generally my rule of thumb. Here we go. Let's get her. Ooh, actually, wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, yeah. Alright, I think I see how to do this. Okay, so what if I, like... Okay, what do you guys think for this one? Should we go with really dense high contrast lines or like this kind of oily line more? I'm not sure which to do for this one, honestly. I was thinking high contrast for this one, but honestly, I don't really know. Whatever you guys think is best. I could go for a more comic look this time, but I kind of want to mess around with this some more. But what do you guys think? Oily? High contrast. Ooh, okay. So we got 1 and 2. We got one for each one. Uh, sorry, I had to stretch. Okay. Uh, so who's gonna break the tie? Oily or high contrast? I guess this is like a pencil almost, I suppose. Last vote needed for the tiebreaker, or I'm gonna be drawing this all in airbrush. I don't even think I no, I don't even think I could do that really. It'd be really hard. Could I? Hang on. Yeah, I don't think I'm skilled enough for this. Yeah, I have no idea how to do that in airbrush. Okay. Big fan of the solid one, but oily could be neat. Okay, we'll try oily then. Oily it is. I think I'm gonna have to up the size of this though. Okay. Alright, first steps first. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'll do her like apron thing here first. Alright, how's everyone doing today? Oh my god. Here we go. Okay, there we go. It's much better. I have an idea of everything now in my mind. Maybe I should just do her regular outfit. You know what? I'll do her regular outfit just to practice before I do anything stupid. Good afternoon, peoples. Hey, Glog. Pleasure to have you here. I even have to go to 20 for this, honestly. No, 14 should be good. Okay, why is this eluding me? There we go. Alright, perfect. Okay, I have the shape down. Get some quality sleep here and again. Not too bad. I like that it's finally getting colder here. Yeah, the temperature has really gone down pretty fast in the last few days. It's been lingering where I live, like it's still kind of warm-ish for now. But it's definitely on track to go down. That's for sure. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to zoom out for this. Do this at a much higher resolution. Here we go. Yeah, there we are. That feels more comfortable now. Actually, maybe I'll start her waist. Exclamation mark, rather. Yeah, the cold is nice. Damn. This one is definitely eluding me today. Maybe my brain isn't the right space to draw just straight off, but we'll get there. Just gotta keep at it. And yeah, the cold is definitely welcome, at least for now. It's not gonna be welcome in like a few months, probably. I'm sure I'm gonna hate the cold in a bit. Yeah, no, those are definitely getting added, don't worry. I like to draw kind of further away. It makes me worry less about shape and stuff. Okay, how many buttons does she have? She has like... Okay, so the in-game model shows 4, but I kind of want to go with the 3 because I think it looks a bit better. Alright, let's try that. I think they're actually like directly down the middle. Yeah, they are directly down the middle. Okay, so let me put those in, and then I'll get rid of this line. Here we go. All right, perfect. So I have those there by default. Add in a teeny bit of depth to them, and then I'll add in her chest. Let me do that. Oh, why is that? Oh, it's my blending brush. That's why. Let me test an alternative look for the button real quick. I'll say this much. I like how consistently diamond-esque her design is. Like, a lot. I really like it. Okay, that's much better. Much cleaner, too. So we can use this. And I think we'll try it out a teeny bit more. Yeah, okay, that's a good look for her buttons, I think. We'll go with that. So her outfit is just one solid color, I think, so we'll stick to that. So if this is the one that's over her chest, this would probably be at this angle. Yeah, alright. I have a pretty good idea of this now, I think. Oh my god! I keep clicking on the... Sorry. I keep clicking on my stupid blending brush by accident. So how did that go back up to 16? What? Okay, yeah, really high contrast on these metallic buttons. That's gonna help us out in a sec. Sybil doing that Tobey Maguire pose ended up being one of my favorite drawings I've done. Really got to draw her again, maybe for Thanksgiving. Which one, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not entirely sure if I know which one you're talking about. How far up does this go, actually? Okay, yeah, it goes all the way to her neck. DM you a link in Discord. Sure thing. Let me get her neck in. Okay, and that should bring her neck up a bit. Yeah, that looks okay, I think. Right like that. Something like that. Okay, let me get the rest of her, like the buttons moving down. It doesn't look right. Or something about that doesn't look right. Yeah, let me get rid of this button. Just make it clean. Now this is definitely something I'm going to be struggling with a bit here. So let me try and figure this out. This is kind of a peculiar angle. Oh, you did send it. Let me check. Oh, this one. Yeah, I remember this. That was a bit ago. It was like almost a year ago, wasn't it? Unless I'm mistaking that. Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. You know, actually, the coattails should be a little smaller, I think. Yeah, a lot more like that, I think. Okie dokie. Perfect. And I'll just raise that up here. I think this is a bit more in line with her original design. Ooh, let me actually mess around with this button a teeny bit. Really want to get this perspective right. Ooh, actually, wait, what if I just make an outfit real quick? Because I do really like how that button up there came out. Honestly, this one is probably, I say, the plan I had in mind was like maybe like one piece is kind of like really detailed or like something like that, and then the other one is just like a meme. Like it's just stupid. So this is the detailed one. And I guess we'll see how this turns out in a moment. I had to check. Time is Slow was only 3 months ago. Oh wow, it feels a lot like it's been a while. I mean, to be fair, a lot has kind of been going on for me in that span of time, so it definitely feels longer than it probably is. But it was a good piece. You did really well in it. Okay, so it seems like this kind of smoothed out look for her chest is what works the best for her design, so I'm gonna stick with that. This should be pulled back to this angle, yeah. And these buttons might have to be a teeny bit smaller just to compensate. Yeah, let me reorganize this a bit. Right, okay, this is looking much better. We got a real process here. Add some depth. Just the teeniest amount too. Teeny bit there too. Okay. So I think her shape, thank you, kind creature. Of course. No worries, dude. Okay. Okay, alright, what am I doing here? Let's get this shape. I think. This shape. I believe it's this shape. What does her thing look like? This part is confusing me. This part on the left. I don't know what to do with this. Okay, I think I get it. Something like so. Yeah, something like this. Get rid of that for now. Okay, so this is very much one of those things that's just going to have to fall into place on its own because Sybil's shape is very hard to draw at first, I've noticed. But then after like a second or two, once I start to get it, it's a bit easier to kind of fathom. So we'll see how this goes. That's how all these pieces are. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be saying that a lot. So the fabric comes up here and then it drapes over the side very slightly. Or actually, this should be smaller. Like so. Ooh, and then I'll add a bit of the taper on that. I think this, yeah, that's the seam. Okay, now the fabric. Now this part should be relatively not as simple as I'm expecting. Let's see. I do quite like those buttons. Yeah, I really love these buttons. I can't even lie. The buttons are probably one of the parts that I think are like my favorite on her design. I just really like the diamond look on them. Okay, so her collar is here, I think. I might need to lower that a tiny bit. Yeah, the angle should be adjusted. Or you know what? Let me just redraw it. So her collar comes in like so, and out, and then does like this, and then it sharpens. I think. Like that. And then it comes over the shoulder like this, but because her shoulder is draped over, we are going to be adding this to it. There we go. Okay, I think I got that right. And yeah, I can imagine it's like a sort of small cloak. So the way I think it's like a, yeah, it's like a cloak. I don't know what I'd call this necessarily. Like a, I know they have a word, something like a shawl almost, but not quite. Okay, and just for fun, I kind of want to add in a little patterned fabric here. Here we go. And let me just, yeah, let me shade that a tiny bit in advance actually. Like so. Ooh, okay, I really like how this is looking now. I'm taking this one a bit slower because I really like Sybil and I really want this piece to look good. So if anyone's wondering why this is a teeny bit slower than my normal pieces, this is why. I really want this one to look good. Okay, her hand. Is that like the sleeve going up her? Let me check her out, like the design out. Right, okay, that sleeve is definitely like in her design. Ooh, right, the crystal thing. We're here to watch you do your thing. Well, thank you guys. This is definitely going to be a really detailed one. This one I'm doing right now, that's for sure. So this one's probably going to take like an hour or two, at least. That's my guess. Ooh, I don't really like how that looks. Something about that is irking me. Okay, let me redo this one. This gem. Ooh, okay, yeah, I know it's bothering me about that. I didn't do any translucency in it. It'd be something like that, I think. Yeah, it would like refract the light around it, so it'd look a teeny bit more like that, I think. Okay, yeah, her arm should be coming up this way, I think. You know what, maybe hand. Maybe I'm thinking of her hand the wrong way. What if I just make it really geometric? Actually, wait, let me save this in case I change my mind. Try and make it super geometric. So just like dun dun dun. Big hands. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Well, regardless, welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you on. Today, I'm just working on this piece. Let me see. I was at an event hosted by a university I was hoping to transfer to. I won a $1,000 scholarship they had. Oh, that's amazing, Jeeves. Oh my goodness. Dude, that's actually crazy. Oh my god. Congrats, dude. I'm sure that'll go a big way to actually helping you out. kind of in the long run with tuition payments and such. Well done. Thanks, I'm an artist, but I draw for YouTubers. Oh, that's really sweet. Well, welcome to the stream, Ozzy. Damn. Okay. Get her forearm here. Just really get the shape down. This angle is definitely kind of not the easiest to draw at, especially for the kind of... I might actually just have to do her forearm first, honestly, to get this kind of swoop that I'm looking for. Yeah, because I definitely want to exaggerate her her shape here a little bit. Like so. There we go. Okay, that's much more like I wanted. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, and then she has like this bangle going across her arm, her wrist. Yeah. And I guess I could add some refraction onto that as well. Yeah, just a little bit. And I should probably widen that out a tiny bit. You, congrats on the scholarship. Yeah, no, dude, Jeeps, that's a huge deal. That's really awesome, dude. I'm really happy to hear that. You sound nice. Oh my goodness. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Uh, every time I get a compliment on my voice, it's really sweet. I was busy eating all the carrots and ranch, and they say my name up on the stage. I've never had that reaction trope before. Oh my god, is that... Sorry, oh my goodness, is that Rakanuki? Welcome to the stream. It's wonderful to have you here, that's for sure. It's been a long time, actually, since I last saw you on a stream here. And Max is back too. Hello, Max. Amber Drawing Wife, yeah, it's for sure. Also, yeah, I've had that trope happen to me a couple times. I won like I think when I was in college before I graduated, like I won a ton of awards for design stuff, and I was like not even there because like I didn't even bother going. So I'm like, well, they're not gonna call my name, and then they ended up calling my name like 4 times, which I thought was really funny. Hi, Amber, totally. Sybil Magnetic Field caught me here. I've been doing task again. I hate it so much. Oh, it's the UV layer thing, right? How's that going? Me get her her shawl thing over here. Maybe not a shawl. This is like a mini cape. Dreadful. Aw, my sympathies, dude. Welcome to the stream, Dope Radio. There we go. Now, she does have this kind of thing on her hips where it kind of flares out a lot. Yeah, okay. This might be a teeny bit too exaggerated, but I do like this shape a lot, kind of. This kind of look she has going on here. Ooh, wait, actually, let me do this. And then I can add... Yeah, I can add this, like, kind of look to her down here, this pattern. Okay, let me bring this up here. Move this down here. Perfect. Like so. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Ooh, okay, I really like that. So this is the new... Yeah, this is the pattern layer for sure. Alright, I'll be keeping this up here. And I think I can finally merge these buttons down. Back to my oil. Let me see. Actually, no, I think I'll do her legs later. Let me focus on this one right now, because this one is definitely eluding me a bit. Actually, I should just copy-paste her collar. It's relatively symmetrical at this angle, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Or not. No, this is going to be very different, actually. Or maybe not, actually. Wait, let me see. Right. Just like that. All right, perfect. Yeah, okay, I got lucky this time. We're lucky we're kind of looking down at her, like from a medium-esque distance, so it's actually not too different, too inaccurate to like a, just copy-paste that a little bit there. Efficient, yeah. I always try to reuse certain things in my drawings sometimes, because there's a, I mean, ain't gotta draw it twice if you've already done it, you know? It definitely helps save a bunch of time, and alleviates any frustrations you have when drawing the same thing over and over again. Ooh, yeah, I should add this little line going across. Don't reinvent the wheel twice. Yep, that's for sure. Let me see. Let me clean this up here. Now, I'm not sure if I should do it for her collar as well, actually. You know, I'll leave it blank for now, and then I'll revisit it. What's confusing the hell out of me is this. Just how far across her collar actually goes is a bit confusing. I think it's actually like... So I think this is actually supposed to be her collar, and this collar is actually supposed to be a lot wider. It's like it just comes down here. I kind of don't want to mess with that too much. I'll leave that as is. Now for her arm, let me add a bit of a wave there. Now for her arm, ooh, geometric. I forgot. She's very geometric. I gotta keep that. And better for budgeting stress while drawing. I myself struggle with making everything perfectly original. Yeah, it's like, it's, I had to learn the hard way that it's not that deep when you do that. Especially if it's just like taking you so much time to do it. Like it's really not worth the amount of stress it causes. Uh, Speaking of not worth the amount of stress it causes, I think I'm actually going to copy paste her arm too, because this is basically the same angle anyway. This might be the most symmetrical drawing I've actually done in a very long time. Yeah, so her arm would be probably at a very slightly different angle. I might have to redo her forearm. Sorry, I forget what that part of the arm is called. So this should actually be like here almost. But I think I'm gonna have her, yeah, I think she's gonna be a bit closer. Because I do kind of want that hip fluff to kind of be visible. So honestly, I might even have her arm like over here, just to really change up the symmetry a little bit. Because technically speaking, it should be here, actually. And then her arm. Actually, let me adjust the angle on this. Her arm should go down like that. Actually, wait, more like this. More like this? Yeah, more like that. might steal how you do clothing lines like that. I need to utilize black for shading more. I would advise being careful with it. It's a really fun technique, but it is very hard of a habit to break out of once you get used to it. Like once you start doing it, it's really, really, really tough to break out of it because you're just so used to it. So like I've definitely noticed that problem when I paint. It's really fun, like it's a really cool technique, but it is very, very, very like you put your mind on it and it's hard to get out of it. So if you're trying to do like painting or like more than one style at any given point, uh, it's definitely worth being aware that once you kind of start doing it, your brain kind of locks itself in place there. Why is that not looking right? Oh, I see. You do this. But it is really fun. That kind of comic book look is definitely really fun. Agreed, references will be helpful to tastefully use black core shading. Yeah, it's very easy to overdo it because I totally recommend trying it. It's really fun, but don't overdo it. It's very easy to overdo it. You start kind of getting into the mindset of like, oh, well, if I can just ink this, then you start inking everything, and then it kind of becomes like too much. But definitely try it out. I think you'd have a lot of fun. Call the black shading addiction hotline. It's never too late to quit. Yeah. Like, trying to find a good example of what I mean. Okay, does she look right here? I feel like her arm is still a little bit off. Yeah, maybe here would be good. This looks like a good spot. And I'd have her like hip tuft kind of covering her fingers a bit. I think it's beautiful. Like black shading, you mean? It's definitely really nice. Like some of my older pieces really use it a lot. Let me find a good example. It's very, very fun, is what I'm gonna say. But like I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a good technique for like a really comic book look. Hang on, let me get some of my older art. It's around here somewhere, I know that. Oh my goodness, where is this? There we go. Okay, yeah, this is a good example of what I'm talking about. If that will load. Why is it not loading? Why is that not loading? Oh my goodness. Hang on 1 second. Trying to get the file to come in right. Okay, Sai does not want to... Actually, no, it's File Explorer that doesn't want to cooperate. Why is it doing that? There we go. Okay, so this is a good example of a piece that uses it really heavily, and it looks really good because the style of this piece is in this kind of poster. That and just the progress so far. Oh, thanks, Jeeves. Okay, so this is like probably the example I would use of like, oh, this is like when you really, really want to use black or like a dark shade. It's like when you're going for this kind of postery, kind of comic book look. And most of the details are going to be lined in. But then, like, a good example of when that can kind of go overboard is like, hang on, let me find Jack Kirby. It's like you can see this a lot in Jack Kirby's art. So Jack Kirby is a great artist, But the dude who, I think I saw like a video on it, like the dude who inked some of his art inked it way too hard. Don't mind that. Like he inked it way too hard, and as a result, you'd kind of get this like, where's a good example? Yeah. Like, here's a good example of what I'm talking about. So like you'd have like a very detailed piece, but the inking was really excessive in a lot of places, and it would kind of muddy some of the details at times. And so if I have a good example of on my end where I've kind of struggled with that, one of the things that really kind of made it hard for me to branch out into painting after a while was I kept doing that, and it became very difficult to move between. So I would say like this is a good example of like when I was really enjoying it, but like if you're gonna do dark lines, you can't do shading. Or you can, it's just very hard and it doesn't always look good. So like either you do really dark darks and you really kind of go nuts on the lining, or you do shading. I've tried doing both and you definitely can make it work, but it's very hard to do so and it doesn't always look right. This is another one where I use some pretty intense lines. And like, if you're gonna do intense lines, I would stick to flat color. So yeah, like I said, it's really fun. I'm not even gonna lie, but take it a little bit easy with it because it can definitely, you can get used to it really fast. But it is really fun. Sorry, getting back to the piece, back on topic. Yeah, what I've been doing now is I'm actually trying to get back into less lines and seeing how that works. But like, I think I might add in the shade here just for fun. Plus, I think it looks nice at this spot. So I think her hips are good. This should be shaded in because this is behind the tuft. There we go. Ooh, actually, let me add in a little line there just to make it clear. But yeah, definitely try it out, Jeebs. Here we go, and then I think I'll add in the extra tuft here. Okay, now for her collars. I think her collars have definitely got to be bigger. Or at least a bit more exaggerated in shape. Maybe not. No, okay, I think I'll still leave those as they are now. This part has got to be less dense, that's for sure. Like so. Much better. Okay, yeah. And honestly, I might make this reach down a tiny bit more. Or just redraw it, why not? Just gotta get this angle right. There we go. Okay, perfect. How does this look? That is throwing me off a teeny bit. Ooh, maybe I'm just missing something here. Like so. Bit of fabric kind of off the side. No, not quite. That's not it. So we're going to experiment a little here. See, the asymmetrical look of this is what I think is throwing me off, because it doesn't quite look as right as I'd like it to be at this angle. But it might be just that I need to get a different angle on it. Let me see. Something like that. Well, that makes a bit more sense. You know what? I think I'll just leave it like that. Sometimes that's how it goes. Now, okay, let's see. Her legs. I think this is just going to be a torso shot. I don't think this is going to be like a full body. Because this one is definitely going to be kind of... maybe not painted, per se, but definitely a lot fancier than what I would normally do. Okay, so let me see. Her neck comes up here. And it comes up all the way here. And she does have like a choker, I think. That might just be this design, but I like that little detail, so I think I'm going to add that in. Here we go. Okay, and this is one of those moments I will make it actually full black, because I think it would look a lot better full black. Oh, perfect. Okay, thank goodness we have this oil brush, because that actually adds a lot of depth to the black, too. Ooh, okay, that looks nice. And let me just erase this here, so it's apparent that that's there. Single geometric line. Perfect. And clean that up a little bit. Oh my god. Gosh, I'm getting a random scam call. I've been getting so many of those lately. Collarbone. Yeah, I'll do her collarbones. Why not? Actually, that would be a little bit higher, I think. That'd be like here. Yeah, about that, more or less. Okay, now for her head. So last time I drew her head, I gave her much more of like a rounded anthro look. And I think I'm going to change that up this time. They're calling for your shading skills. God, I wish. They're jealous. If only. I wish somebody was calling me for my shading skills. Give me a job or something. I would definitely appreciate that. Okay, let me fix her fingers over here. What's up with this? What was I doing here? My goodness, why is this finger so much bigger? I might just have to redraw her hand over here just to make it look a bit better with the angle. Yeah, I think I will do that actually. Like so. Okay, much better. So I think I'll actually add in the other little tuft on her other hip too while I'm at it. Like that. Okay, perfect. What now? What to do here? Okay, so this time I'm actually going to try and stay true to her design, relatively speaking. See how that goes. So I think her head is like kind of this shape. It's got the stereotypical like anime head. You know, like the pentagon shape. Oh, but I do kind of want to keep her anthro look. Let me see. Sybil, pseudo regalia. Do more people use the goat look? It's the muzzle I'm not sure about. Ooh, okay. That's a pretty good medium ground, I think. Okay, so I think the last time I did this, I actually started with her hair. And I think I'm going to do that this time as well. Because starting with her hair generally gave me like a better idea of the look that she had. Yeah, something like this. And she had these like those tassels at the bottom. Yeah, these ones. Like so. I might have to adjust this here because this is hair, not fabric. Add in a bit of shine. Ooh, I might adjust that too, actually. Maybe fix this shape a tiny bit. So I have the base, and then maybe this should come across like so. It's the geometry that's throwing me off a tiny bit. Oh, tinnitus. So what I'm seeing is like a lot of people tend to play into the really triangle look of her hair. And that's definitely probably something I should be doing. Something like this. Yeah, something more like that, I think. Just really get the shape in there. Yeah, does that ever happen to you guys? Do you just randomly get tinnitus? Like, what's up with that? What's the deal with airplane food? Ooh, maybe too exaggerated. More like this, maybe. Totally, yeah. I hate it when that happens. There we go. That's the one. And this should come down here, like so. How do people do her hair usually? Let me see. Yeah, it seems to be some variation of that, usually. Yeah, okay, we'll stick with that. I might actually raise this a little bit more. To really give her her look in. Like so. Perfect. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, I think. Or no, too exaggerated. No, it's too big. I'm noticing I do that a lot. Something is perfect until I look at it very slightly differently, and then it is very much not perfect anymore. So trying this. Ooh, actually, I like that. We'll stick with this. I think I'll just flip this over too. Lucky, because today is a symmetrical day, which is very weird for me. Usually I do asymmetrical looks. I think I'll shorten that a tiny bit. Yeah, I'll flatten that a little bit. And change the angle. And add in another line here. And I think we can get rid of this top line here. I'll get rid of these as well. And I'll change how this part looks, just to make it fit. Go and blend that together. Okay, I think that's a pretty good start for her head. I think her head's a teeny bit too big in this. Yeah, actually, let me make her hair a little smaller. It's a little too big. What do you guys think? I did the mortuary sister doing paranormal activity game. That's interesting. I haven't really played either of those. Alright, I haven't really seen either of those. I suppose it might be more accurate. Here we go. Okay, well I can always adjust her hair later. But I think this is a good start. Just out of curiosity, what if I like just really went hard into this kind of shape that she has here? I think I like that a lot more actually. It feels a bit more accurate. Okay, let's adjust it. Small adjustment and really get that here. Ooh. Oh, it kind of comes down in this like triangle over here. And that would need this part to be adjusted somewhat. Really locked in for her hair. Her hair is a super distinctive look, so I want this to be perfect. Okay, and then I think I'll just actually mirror this one too. And I'll adjust this part teensy bit. There we go. And adjust the angle. How's that look? Too small. Maybe this might be a bit better. Let's see. Something more like this, perhaps. Still a little bit off, I think. Okay, we'll keep it how it was before. Or maybe not. I don't know, actually. This is kind of baffling me a little bit. Keep it like this. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay, so then she has like the middle tuft going up and backwards. And... okay, I think I get it. It's kind of more like this, almost. Like it swoops back. Maybe more like so. And then her antlers kind of come out here. Like so. I might geometritize that a tiny bit more, actually. Yeah, her head shape is very complicated, or at least the silhouette is very complicated, so you really gotta lock in for this one, you know? Something like so, and then just sharpen the hell out of this top part. And then I think I'll adjust the angle in a moment, and then I'll have it come down like this. Yeah, really gotta lock in for this shape. Like so. Then like so. Oh, I think I got it. And then... like that? No. Something like that. And then I think I'll lower this down a teensy bit and just really shift the angle a bit higher. Sorry, lower. Like that. Okay, actually let me make the rest of her bigger because I just realized she's kind of tiny below. Is this the right angle? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, let me adjust that. That should be a bit more accurate. Almost? Yeah, who knows? Ah, whatever. We'll figure it out in a moment. I can always resize later. Okay, so actually what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to replace this. And I'm going to bring the look in a bit. How did I do it here? Okay, I see. And her ears would like gigantically come out over the sides. So I think this is actually at the wrong angle for what I'm looking at. Yeah, this is the wrong angle, so I'm actually going to restart real quick, but I'll keep that one just in case I don't feel like doing it again. Big ears, my beloved, indeed. Hi, the Libro. Welcome to the stream. Start with her eyes, actually. That might be a big help. Then her nose. And her face. Plush Sybil in my possession. I can confirm the ears. They flop big. I also got one of those. They're really sweet. Okay, how did they do her jaw? So what's her jaw shape like? Hang on. Locking in once more. Okay, I see. It's just a straight line. Wait, what? That's a... Let's see. Yeah, okay, it's just like kind of straight. No, what's going on? No, oh boy. See. All right. Let me see. Not entirely sure what the point of that was. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Uh, well, that's annoying. Just want to do an art stream, dude. Chill. Oh, damn, yeah, this is a new account, too. That's why. I guess I'll just, like, report. Just whatever. I want that guy back here. Is there an option for just annoying? Alright, well, that was weird. I guess. Just some random person in here. Harassing someone else, I guess. That was weird. Not sure. What are we reporting this guy for? Harassment, I guess. Oh my goodness, why'd that take so long to load? Yeah, I'm just gonna hide this dude from my channel. That was weird. Such our chat rooms. You know, I thought it was gonna take a while before we got someone like that, but I was kind of expecting it, so it's whatever, I guess. Well, also slurs, I'm sure you caught. Well, yeah, obviously they can't just type that in, because then YouTube would get mad at them. Okay, I guess. Not sure what the point of that was. Anyway, back to the piece. Let me see. Okay, so her eyes kind of come in here. Actually, her mouth should probably be a bit smaller. There we go. This is much nicer, I think. Okie dokie. Damn, I didn't think people still did that stuff. Like, I'm kind of shocked. It's whatever at the end of the day, but like, damn. I would have imagined people, have like other things to do. Like, I don't know, work, probably. Anyway. Here we go. Get the horns in. Okay, yeah, this is much better as an angle. Happens, yeah, auto mod tools are usually better. Yeah, I just like yoinked him off. I don't know what the hell that was. Also could just be a bot. I know that's happening a lot these days. Alright, here we go. So her hair, yeah, I think this looks a bit more accurate to her right now. Get her eyes in. I really like her like diamond eyes. That's a feature I always really liked. This teeny detail is really nice. I might fix this tuft of hair up here. Lots of diamonds, yeah. Yeah, it's this hair. It's this bit of hair in the middle that's kind of throwing me off, I think, again. Here we go. Like so. Yes, yeah, this shape that's kind of coming straight to mind for me. Something like so. Here we are. Okay, there we go. I actually like this a lot more. Her jawline is pretty hard to get right, but that looks good. Yeah, her jawline is kind of sharp at certain angles. I don't know how to describe it quite succinctly. Yeah, it looks good. Hair tuft. Yeah, put this here. I might inner. Yeah, I might shade the inner part of that. And then I'll add in her ears too while I'm at it. Okay, there we go. I'm actually locking in for this now. This is starting to make some sense. There we go. Oh, I just realized her ears are like one color, so actually this is probably fine. Let me pull that out and just replace that real quick. I think her horns are like also technically gold, so I'm gonna add that in. Like so. Okay, I think I can actually get rid of this lower sketch part. Well, I've seen her look better IMO when her ears fade into a darker gray. Yeah, that makes sense, like a gradient. Also, yeah, I think that account was a bot because it was created like literally like a week ago. I have no idea what the point of that was. Get her ears in. Yeah, okay, this is really starting to fall into place now. Ooh, I really like that. It's quite nice. Her expression is literally me right now. Oh, because of the thing, what you meant call the UVs, yeah. Still. Yes. Oh, my sympathies, dude. think I'm actually going to redraw her choker real quick. About to wrap this one up and take a break. That's for sure. Sorry. That's good for sure. My mistake. Sorry. Yeah, no, it certainly sounds like you've been working really hard. You deserve a nice break. Yeah, okay. I redid her neck and choker. I think that's good. Just clean that up. And bring that down a tiny bit. Ooh, actually, gotta get rid of this too while I'm at it. Here we go, and just pull out the lines. Ooh, okay, I really like that. I think that's a pretty good look for her. What do you guys think? Her head might be a little too big though. Actually, wait, let me adjust that. Very slightly. Yeah, perfect. I think this is it. Oh, right, her horns. I almost forgot. Definitely lovely. Much appreciated, Mark. Let me see. Yeah, I want to get her horns out of the way here. Really give them some shine too, maybe. I would say it's a size issue, but looks good. It's just jarring seeing her ears so spread out. Yeah. I didn't want them to come down. Actually, let me bring them down. Let me just see how that might look. Ooh, honestly, I might actually keep them down. That does look really good. And finally, the bit of her horns here. And the refraction of light. No, this is reflection because these are just metal, solid object. Yeah, this is reflection here. And I think I'll just do like a teeny reflection going up the side. Ooh, okay, I really like that. okay. I'm really glad with how this one's coming out. I think this is a really good look for her. Now, I'm not sure if I'm missing anything here. Maybe I'll have like one hair like out, which is why she's looking up. One hair isn't coming out right. Not sure. Okay. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. And add in a couple random tufts here and there. Alright, perfect. Actually, no, just like that. Now, I think I don't have anything major I need to change now. I think her lines are pretty much done. Yeah, I think this is good. Alright, what do you guys think? How's this? Pretty? Alright, perfect. That's good to hear. Let's see. Here we go. Add in a teeny bit of shading over here, just to kind of show her her suit thing hanging off the corset, I suppose. Ooh, and then I could have like maybe some kind of thigh highs. Her lip shine should be a little bit thicker. Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean. I agree. I see it. I think that should balance it out. And then maybe I'll even give her like maybe like a thigh high or something. But like it's like really designed too. Ooh, wait, actually, let me add some more of these like diamond buttons here and there because I really like these. I kind of want to use them more. I kind of like that being there. I think that looks really good. Like on her forehead, maybe. Don't want to overdo it. Or maybe hang off her kind of choker here, perhaps. Like so. What do you guys think? Ooh, actually, while I'm at it, let me make these chains connect. Actually, no, it kind of looks better without them. Okay, I think this is pretty good for the lines so far. I don't see anything major that I should change. Anybody see anything I'm missing, or what do you guys think? Your greatest enemy, the choker. Perhaps so. If anything, I'd say the greatest enemy this time was probably the collar. If anything, I was really struggling with that for a bit. But yeah, if you guys see anything I'm missing, please just say. Don't be afraid to shout it out. Oh, her tail. I had to feel it. Okay, Mark is really gonna hammer me for that one. I always forget the tails. Every single time. Like, it happens every time. I always forget the tail. I don't know why. I think my brain just doesn't process it at first. But I always forget the tail. Okay, yeah, that looks good, I think. Let me just add some final adjustments here. Alright, and I think we're done. Actually, I might change the tail up a teeny tiny bit. Yeah, like I'll make it fold back on itself here. How does your tail look? Oh, okay. So it actually should have another bend here, I think, actually. Before it goes down again. Like that, I think. Yeah, close enough. Oh, don't mind that. Someone's doing donuts outside. Okay, I think that is just about done. I think I'll move on to colors, and then I think I'll save the shading for another stream. Let me see. Actually, I should probably define this part a little bit more. What do we think? Pants or, sorry, stockings or no stockings? Because Sybil doesn't wear pants, so. Here's, it might be, actually, no, it might be easier without them, honestly. Definitely going to be easier to shade. Let me leave this here, and then I'll see what you guys think. Oh, I really like that. It's always the tail. Understandable. Truth real, I guess. What do you guys think? Stocking or no stocking? Already wearing sweatpants? Yeah, I guess I can see that. I think I'll just leave it like this, just so it's a bit easier to color in. Okay, so Jeeves votes for stocking. What do you guys say? But does seem more Sybil-y and kind of focuses on the outfit. Okay, so one for stocking, one for no stocking. Okay, why is this being so difficult? Insufferable selection tool. Why is it doing this? Here we go. There we go, and fix that too. No. There we go. I don't think I've messed up anything else here. Well, technically, yeah, that too. And this as well. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, select that, and let me start with our colors. Let's get this gray in here, just that slightly. This makes more sense. I do like how that blue looks. I might do that later, actually. Okay, yeah, the light from below, I think, is much nicer. I'll put the other way around, just in case. You know, looks way nicer from below. Oh my goodness, I'm sleepy. Okay, so thank goodness she's only got like 3 colors, so that should actually come in handy. Let me make this like, no, that's better. Happy Halloween. Oh yeah, that's coming up soon, I totally forgot. I don't have anything. I really want to get like a cool outfit for Halloween, but yeah, it's kind of late now. Here we go. Perfect. Or you know what, actually, I might adjust this part. How would that look if the white was coming over? Yeah, I think I'm going to adjust this bit. Like so. Thank goodness my current comm only has like 3 colors. Full body line arts are hard. Yeah, they can definitely be a little tough. Ooh. What do you guys think of the fabric going over the outfit here? Or should we go back to how it was like this? Can I get your critiques over Discord? Sure. That's what I'm kind of going for nowadays. Yeah, honestly, I think that looks good. Ooh, yeah. Kind of reminds me of how I used to do my shading like a year or 2 ago. Looks nice. Good lines. Looks pretty good, Jeeps. Okay. What do you guys think? Fabric behind or fabric above? I feel like it kind of looks off both ways, actually. I feel like it actually should look something more like this, actually. Hang on. Yeah, of course, dude. I feel like it actually should look more like this. And then let me get the color for that. Yeah, I feel like it should be more like that. Honestly, maybe even a little further up. Maybe even something like this. like so. But it doesn't go down as far as I'd like it. Okay, let me go back to this, and then I'll adjust it from here. Let me change this up. I think like that actually makes a bit more sense. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I think I'll slightly shade this out down here, just to give her some depth. Okay, I think that makes a lot more sense. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So one thing that Psy does that drives me up the wall sometimes, its selection tool has some problems with it, but I think that's more just to do with how math works on computers than an actual like problem with it. Oh my goodness gracious, yeah. Let me see, how's this? I'll bring that across here. Ooh, okay, that looks nice. But yeah, no, paint tool size selection tool could use some work. It is, it definitely has some trouble sometimes. But I think it is literally just straight math. Like it's just pixel math. Like I don't actually think it has like a complex algorithm to it. Okay, get these buttons in. I'll clean that up in a moment. Oh my goodness. It's such a headache to do this sometimes. Okay, you know what? Problem solved. Fill 2 is your, definitely an alias pixel bound. Yeah, no, for sure. This is the white, and then I think I actually need to erase this very slightly. There we are. Very nice. Okay, I really like that so far. What am I missing? Her eyes. Oh, actually, wait, I think I was gonna do the dark sleeve as well. Because I thought that looked nice. But I would have to actually get rid of this real quick. Her elbow fur. Here we are. Just very quickly clean that up. Yeah, I like that. Now what to color? I guess I could do her eyes while I'm at it. And her face would need to be a very slightly different shade of gray. Speaking of her face, actually, why don't I do that right now? Okie dokie. Oh, actually, let me nab that color, and then nab this color, and then like so. I suppose it does look a bit better from above, actually. Just for this case. Actually, wait, let me mess with her hair a bit. See, that might make a difference. Okay, so let me get her ears in. Oh, there's a small issue. Forgot to get rid of that. There we go. So let me give her ears a bit of a gradient. Okie dokie, that's pretty nice. Hang on. And then I think I'll give her eyes their color. And then I'll adjust that from there. And I think I'll up the saturation on the yellow. Just a small amount. Wherever the hell that layer is. Where did it go? No, I didn't clip it. My mistake. Ooh, okay, I like that a lot. Alright, I don't see any major problems. For the coloring, it is just going to be a case of just adding a bajillion gradients everywhere, I think. Now let me see. So this is a good shade of yellow, I think, for the gold. But let me mess with it some more. You cooked with this? Thank you. Oh, thanks, guys. It's been so long since I drew her. Like, seriously, it's been like a year, I think. I really wanted to get like another piece with her out again. Ooh, let me actually desaturate that. This is the part of the stream where I just spent like an hour color grading. Just to get it right. Ooh, actually, that looks a lot nicer that way. Let me get this part. Yeah, let me get her buttons. Actually, no, tassels first. No, they should be a solid color. These should be dark, and then the buttons are the ones that should have gradients on them. Like so, and then the last three buttons here. Then over here. I think that's good, and I think I might adjust this a little bit. Okay, now the dark. Oh, well, that's not supposed to look like that. I think I'm going to make it a bit darker. Very slightly warmer, too. Like that. Ooh, okay, that's good. Can I adjust the line art color real quick? I think that looks good. Bit less contrast, but I think that looks really nice. Okay, now for the gradient around her hair. That should be not too difficult to figure out. I'm really enjoying this one. I was having a good time, honestly. I'm still having a good time. Shame about the weirdo who, or like that guy who kind of came on stream, unfortunately, but I don't know why guy did that, but it's been a fun time regardless, especially doing Sybil. I really like drawing Sybil. Yeah, I suppose so. I just want these streams to be fun and chill, mostly. They're a good way to kind of get some art out. Ooh, actually, another teeny little error here. Let me pluck that out. Okay, so I have her hair. It's her face, this is her hair. Ooh, okay, that looks good. They definitely are? Huh. Okay, well that definitely fills me with a bit of happiness. I'm really glad that they're still kind of chill and relaxing. 'Cause that's the whole point of these, you know? Okay, now her eyebrows. Which are... What? Why is that like that? That was so strange. Ooh, I might actually have a... I might have to give these a gradient as well. Let me get the dark here. Just to give them enough depth that they're, like, visually different. Let me darken that also very slightly as well. There we go. Actually, no. Let me try this again. I can't get her eyebrows right. Might just have to make them dark, like really dark, like that. Let me leave it like that, maybe. There we go. And just for now, I'll put a circle behind her. This is a temporary background, but I need to get some contrast here just to see what that might look like with color. There we are. Okay, I really like this. I really like how she came out here. I think I can adjust her. Yeah, I can adjust her body color a little bit. Especially in the torso. I think I'm gonna change this out TV dinner because I'm hungry. Quite fair. TV dinner is quite fine. I don't think I've ever had one though. Ooh, okay. This part of the gradient I really like. Okay, let me clean up her arm a wee bit. There we go. So I think I'm gonna end the stream in a sec actually, because I didn't realize just how late it was. And then yeah, I think I'll head off stream. I'll do these final corrections, and I guess I'll do the next one where we'll be shading her, or I might actually do that on my own time, and then you guys will see the finished piece. But this one was really fun to shade. Sorry, just to color out. Oh gosh, she looks great. I really like how she looks. Let me adjust this a bit. Something about it isn't working for me quite as much as I'd like. Oh, it's the white, I think. Yeah, it's the white. Today went quick. Yeah, no, it went by really fast. It's been a fun day. She does look great. Oh, thank you, Mark. Bit more yellow. No, this light color is definitely really nice. I don't want to yellow that too much, but I do want to give her some contrast, so I think I'm going to make this kind of lower to purple. No, honestly, maybe it's a solid color, it's just fine. Okay, one last try. Darken to yellow. Looks okay. I love it. Like it a lot. Oh, oh my goodness. I think this is a big improvement from the last time I drew her, which was like, when is the last time I drew her? I remember it was in those like kind of goofy, like quick pieces I did, which should be around February, I think. Where is this? Where's this file? Yeah, this was the last time I drew her, I think. Aside from that one painting, is the last time I drew her. This one. Where I drew her with Tiffany. Admittedly, this was also a really fast piece, but I think this is a huge improvement. I really like how that came out. Just out of curiosity, what if I make the gold really, really glowy? Also, thanks a ton, Jeebs. That's really lovely to hear. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you guys like this one. I certainly like this one. Sybil is always very fun to draw. Make the gold a little glowy, actually, though, just for fun. Just for shits and giggles. Oh, that looks really pretty. Okay, I really like this one. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite Sybil piece so far. Although I think that painting one still takes the cake. I'll have to see when I'm done with shading, though. Wait, when did I unfollow you? Oh, it's fine. There we go. I think I'll add just very quickly a gradient to her eyes, because there's something about just the solid color here that's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. Like that. Oh, okay, that's a really nice gradient. That looks really good. And you know what, actually, before I forget, I want to add a gem to her hand here that's just like barely visible. Like kind of going over, like, yeah, right there. I want to add this just because I think she needs some kind of other, like, source or share of purple to kind of balance out the one, like her eyes. So I'm going to add that over there. Actually, there we go. And then that should be a bit more visible now. Whenever you're done, can I ask for the full res? Oh yeah, no, don't worry. I always post the full res onto my my accounts and stuff. But sure, I'll send it over. If I remember, you might have to remind me. I can forget stuff pretty quick sometimes. Let's try this. So I want this gem to look right. How do they do it here? It's like, okay, so it's like it actually cuts down the middle, like here, and then these two would be kind of off, and then there would be like a bulb here in the middle. I don't think I really like that though. Let me try that again. I'll remember to pester you, don't worry. Sure thing. I'll send it to you too, Mark, if you remind me. There we are, and finished up. Perfect. Now I think I can add that purple wherever the hell I left her. There we go. Now let me just put that right in. Oh, let me add this in. And the last bit of gradient on her hand here. I really, really like this. This is such a nice gradient to go with the gray. Okay, that's gorgeous. And then I think actually I'm going to darken her eyebrows a tiny bit more. And that should be finished up as soon as I do this part. I don't often get to do these kind of purple color palettes, like especially during the YCH. I got a lot of them, and it was very nice. It's a very unique kind of color palette to do. There we go. Now that looks a bit more like her. Teensy bit of like blush there. Maybe not. Maybe a bit higher actually. I do like how that looks. Perfect. Okay. I think that is pretty much everything. All right, what do you guys think? Any thoughts? I think this is pretty much done, at least until, oh, wait, actually, I missed something here. There we go. Just out of curiosity, what do these look like when they're just fully yellow? Ooh, it's kind of nice. I might try that. Hey, will do. Yes, absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you, Mark. As always, I really appreciate that. I do like how it looks yellow. I just don't know. I think I might have to sharpen this. I'll test it out, and then I'll see what happens. But yeah, okay, I think this is pretty much done. Or actually, you know what? Let me keep that. Let me duplicate it a couple times over. Just to really get the yellow look across. Because folks, you guys seem to like that. Let me grab this color, then let me grab this color, and then I'll just do it. Ooh. Okay, that looks very fancy. I do really like that. And I think just for fun, what happens if I put one up top here? Yeah, right over here. This might compete a little much with the seam, but I just want to see what it looks like. Okay, so I think these two up here are a little much, but I really like how those two down there look. I think that looks good. All right, so I think we're done. Any thoughts? Any final finishing things? Because if not, I think I'll just finish up here. I really hope Sybil gets to be more playable in games. To be playable in more games. I kind of want her to grow as an indie icon. Yeah, no, she's like easily one of my favorite characters. For very obvious reasons, but honestly, she's just really fun to play as. Pseudo Regularly is a really good game. Love it, real. Alright, well, thank you all for coming on stream. I think that ends everything there. And yeah, I'll leave it off there. Have a nice day, everyone.